Hello everyone and welcome back to my little channel. Today we are talking about Facebook Marketplace and reselling on there. I started on Facebook Marketplace about a year ago, and today I'm going to share with you every single piece of clothing or accessory that I've sold in the past year. Hopefully this will help you know what to pick up and what Facebook Marketplace is looking for. So first I have some numbers. So I started out on Facebook Marketplace mostly selling stickers. So what I do is just like buy a huge pack off of Amazon and just individually sell them. I was selling them for like $3 a piece, and at first I was doing free shipping, so I was making like $2.50 off of each sticker, and then I started charging for shipping 50 cents once stamps went up. Stamps now are like almost 70 cents, I think, which is a lot. So in the past year I made $1,270 off of stickers, which is about $105 a month. So I'd say that's pretty good. I started, just good for a little bit of extra money. And then I upgraded from stickers to clothing. I started just first selling the clothing in my own closet that I didn't want anymore. And then about 6 months ago, I went into buying clothes for the purpose of selling them. Now I mostly pick up really cheap clothing. I kind of focus more on the quantity and how much clothing I have versus like super expensive pieces. And so from a year ago, I've sold $1,760 on Facebook Marketplace through clothes and a few other items. That equals $145 a month. So let me go over some pros and cons of Facebook Marketplace. So I use Facebook Marketplace shipping, meaning I never meet up with people. I'm just not really comfortable with that. And so some pros of Facebook Marketplace shipping is, first off, the fees. The fees are only 5%, which is the lowest fees you're going to find anywhere. That means if you sell something for like $10, you're essentially making like $9.80. Like you're practically making $10. And I love that. That means that I can sell items for like $5 and still feel like I'm making a pretty good profit. The second pro is the way that Facebook Marketplace does their payments. You get paid every like 12 days after you sell an item, giving it enough time to get to the customer and them being able to like submit a claim if it's not what they ordered or whatever. And it goes straight into your bank account, which I really like. There's no like balance thing where like you take it out or it doesn't go to your PayPal. It always just goes to your bank account, which I really like because that means that I'm just getting paid whenever the item goes through. And I've never had a problem with their payment system. Next is shipping. I like that you can pick the shipping depending on how heavy your item is, or even put your own shipping, which I would do for stickers. And I also like the way that offers work, that if someone sends you an offer and you accept, it's automatically sold. You don't have to wait for that person to say, yes, I actually want this. They have to have their card in there and it has to be working. Now, there are a lot of cons to Facebook Marketplace, and honestly, the sole reason that I keep using it is because of that 5% fee. But firstly, scammers. There are so many scammers on Facebook Marketplace. They'll ask you to like pay, if they can pay a different way through a different platform, and send you links. And also there's creeps on Facebook Marketplace. More than every other selling platform, I haven't had a problem. But if you post a picture of a bra or a bikini, or you in a dress styling it, like showing off how it would fit, you will get people saying, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Oh my gosh, can you try this on for me? I'll pay you. Like, people have asked if they could pay me to try things on, which is not what my business is about, so that gets really annoying. And sometimes they'll act like they're into the item and they're actually going to buy it, and they don't. I have some weird Facebook Marketplace stories that I could share with you. And that brings me into customers. Customers are also like, you get a lot of people asking about the items, asking and asking and asking, and then they never end up purchasing it, which is also really annoying. And that is most prominent on Facebook Marketplace that I've experienced. Next is Facebook Marketplace is entirely glitchy. When I started a year ago, it wasn't that bad, but I have things where like I won't be able to see if someone sends me an offer, or sometimes the shipping option gets taken off of my listings. So my listings are no longer available for shipping, which is just really annoying. And when you have like, I think I have like almost 2,000 listings because of all the stickers that I post. And so when some of them don't have shipping anymore, I don't notice, and it's so annoying. And then the last con is that it is a social platform. I am posting on Facebook normally, just like you would, to share with my family and friends or whatever, and that means that I have to go through and individually say that I don't want to share my listings with my friends because I don't want to like cloud the Facebook with my own listings. I want my Facebook to purely be about me. So that can be kind of frustrating as well. But now we will go into every single thing that I've sold, and I'll let you know if I think it was a good pickup or not that great of a pickup, and how much I sold it for. Okay, the first item I ever sold on Facebook Marketplace was in October of last year, 2021. And it was this Enjoy Coke shirt. It sold for $8. I'd say that Coca-Cola stuff sells really well. This next shirt is a Dare shirt. It sold for $10. I think that, the don't do drugs, graphic tees in general always sell really well for me. This floral dress sold for $5. This dress was a trip. First of all, floral patterns, I wouldn't really pick them up. They're not really in right now. But this dress, totally beside the point, but a lady messaged me and told me that she had a dress that looked just like this, and her bunny ate it. Then she sent me pictures of her bunnies and told me all their names, and I was like, uh-huh. And then she bought the dress, and then she sent me a picture of her bunnies, and she was like, hopefully the bunnies don't eat this. So yeah, I was very confused, but this sold for $5. But floral patterns. Next, this graphic Dolls Kill crop top sold for $20. Everything we're looking at right now was just in my own personal closet. Graphic tees, as I said, and this tee had a super cute design. I honestly wish I still had it. I think it was a little big on me, and it sold for $20, so that's pretty good. Another floral dress sold for $7. This crop top sold for $5. I got this at Five Below, so I pretty much made my money back, and I cropped it myself. As we said, graphic t-shirts. This off-the-shoulder top sold for $6. This was No Boundaries. Honestly, I wouldn't pick up No Boundaries, Walmart. And off-the-shoulder stuff, like cold shoulder stuff, really does not do that great. A ribbed crop sweater sold for $7. Crop tops are pretty good. Long sleeves, for the winter. Another floral shirt sold for $8. Another Rue 21 floral shirt sold for $4. This one is off the shoulder. Probably wouldn't pick that up now. This purple and gray flannel sold for $6. I think flannels are good pickups, even though this one sold for $6. I've had some sell for more. This Adidas top sold for $10. Adidas is like, okay, this sat for a really long time, but it eventually sold for $10. This boho shirt sold for $8. I think boho stuff is a pretty good pickup, hippie, indie, anything that gives off that vibe that's really trendy right now. This blue corduroy shirt sold for $6. I'd say that corduroy textured things sell really well. This sunshine graphic tee sold for $5. These turquoise dangle earrings sold for $7. I'd say that anything crystally, again going back to the indie boho vibe, sells really well. This vintage slip skirt sold for $10. Yeah, I'd always pick up slip skirts. They do really well with me, and anything vintage also does really well. So this other slip skirt in black sold for $10. Long sleeve floral shirt sold for $5. The reason I have so much floral stuff is because I really just liked flowers at this time, but I wouldn't pick up floral. These rainbow earrings sold for $7. These are some really nice chunky earrings, $7, but anything smaller, where it's just a stud or something, I probably wouldn't pick up, and I'd only pick up earrings if they're really unique. Button-down vintage blouse sold for $10. I think the embroidery floral, I think tiny floral is better than the big, huge floral to pick up. This Adidas jacket sold for $20. I think this was a good thing. Outerwear sells really well. Nike long sleeve shirt sold for $10. See that Nike's always a good pickup. This Victoria's Secret shirt sold for $8. This also sat for a while, and it was new with tags, so I was kind of surprised. Yeah, Victoria's Secret just kind of does okay for me. This Nike hoodie sold for $25. Now I gotta scroll through a bunch of stickers to find the next clothes. Athletic leggings sold for $9. I don't pick up very much activewear. I think the fact that, honestly, bold patterns do not sell really good. Solid colors sell better. And I believe this was Old Navy Active, which is not a great brand to pick up, but it sold. These camo pants sold for $9. I right now have a pair of camo pants and they're sitting, so maybe I'd stay away from camo pants. Actually, they sold, so maybe do pick up camo. This Shein button-down shirt sold for $5. Shein you want to be careful with. Sometimes you can definitely pick it up and sell it. And on Facebook Marketplace, it sells very well. But as time goes on, people are getting more and more anti-Shein because of, their practices and the fact that it's not very ethical and very fast fashion. So I'd kind of stay away from it unless it's really cute. This white crop top sold for $5. This lace white crop top sold for $6. Lace does really well for me. Anything with a lace detailing on it sells really good. This ribbed sweater shirt sold for $6. This boho shirt sold for $8. This pullover hoodie sold for $7. Hoodies do pretty well for me. This sweater sold for $6. Sweaters in general do really good, especially, during fall and winter. This turtleneck or cowl neck sweater sold for $7. Anything with like a really nice neckline. Sometimes it's hard with cowl necks because they're hard to photograph, but turtlenecks and big chunky cowl necks do really well. This heart necklace sold for $3. I normally stay away from jewelry because it's hard to know like where it's from, what the material is, and there's no tag or anything. And just $3. This Shein slip dress sold for $9. This was my Halloween costume last year. This sold amazing. I went on vacation mode for a second and I had like 8 people interested in it, like commented on it. So slip dresses do really well. This American Eagle flannel sold for $10. American Eagle's always good to pick up. Another American Eagle hoodie sold for $20. This tank top sold for $5. I don't normally pick up tank tops. They don't do that great, but I think the fact that it had a higher neckline, it did good. This crisscross floral sweater sold for $5. Again, I wouldn't pick up floral, and I would not pick up this like crisscross design. It's very like middle schooly, which I say middle schooly because during that time, that's when I was in middle school, but I'm referring to like 2016. This skater skirt sold for $8. I feel like these are kind of more out of style now, but a year ago they were really in style. This sweater with a cowl neck again sold for $7. A cashmere sweater sold for $10. Cashmere is really good. I did not take good pictures of this one. Black is really hard to photograph because no matter how many times you lint roll it, especially with cashmere, it always looks fuzzy and like it has little lint pieces on it, and I have cats, so they have cat hair on them all the time. But I guess a tip I have is turn down the brightness and it makes it look more fully black on your pictures. This high-low prom dress sold for $25. I have had the best luck on Facebook Marketplace with prom dresses. Everywhere else they don't do that great, but especially if I try them on, they do really well on Facebook Marketplace. This turtleneck sweater goes for $7. As I said, turtlenecks are always a great pickup. This vintage wool sweater sold for $12. Outerwear, wool, always pick up wool. It does great. A cardigans, that's blue, sold for $8. Cardigans also do very, very well. Another cardigan, this green woven one for $10. A Harry Potter letter opener set, sold for $10. You can find stuff that's like something about like a fandom or books or a movie, something that people really like. Those always do very well. These Adidas leggings sold for $10. Adidas just kind of does like okay with me. If I had a choice between Adidas or Nike, I'd definitely pick Nike, but I mean Adidas is always good. This wool beanie sold for $5. I like to pick up beanies. They do the best out of all hats for me. Referring to like baseball hats and stuff, they do the best. This maxi skirt sold for $6. I also like to pick up maxi skirts. They're very in right now. This one was kind of ugly, but it was my mom's. This halter top bralette sold for $9. Bras do like pretty okay on Facebook Marketplace for me. This slip dress sold for $7. We said slip dresses are always really good to pick up. I will say something about Facebook Marketplace is that I always feel like I'll get a bunch of orders in like a few days and then I won't get any orders for like a really long time. I think that also has something to do with how glitchy and the fact that I don't even know what listings are available for shipping because they'll just turn off. It's really a problem. And then I have some of my listings that don't even like exist anymore. Like I posted them and they're just like gone. Like Facebook just deleted them. But the 5% fee keeps me here. These Dingle Butterfly Fairy earrings sold for $6, again with the very unique style earrings. This prom dress sold for $40. As I said before, prom dresses sell that this sold shipping. I think on all prom dresses have the option available to pick up just because I felt like they'd sell better that way, but this one sold shipping. And the fact that you try them on is always really good. This skater dress sold for $9. This sweater bodycon dress sold for $7. Both of these dresses I tried on because I felt like you couldn't really know what they looked like on, especially the bodycon one. And like, I just took a mirror in front of a picture. Like, am I trying to look not ugly? Sure. But I'm pretty sure one of these dresses sold to an old man. Which, I mean, I guess whatever. I think I literally took a Sharpie and blacked out my address on the shipping label. Because I was like, why is. And he like commented on it. And he was like, you look so good in this. And then he bought it. And I was like, so be careful on Facebook Marketplace. This turtleneck sweater sold for $10. Again, with the turtlenecks. This Brandy Melville crop top sold for $10. Brandy Melville does like okay for me. Just okay. It used to be like really, really big, but it's gone down in popularity. This basic black crop top sold for $5. I'd stay away from just solid colors like black and white. You can really find solid crop tops anywhere. This Nike shirt sold for $10. These Nike Air Force Ones sold for $35. I remember being very excited. I found these at a thrift store for $2, and I was so excited when they sold. This Free People sweater sold for $20. Honestly, everything Free People I have had sold, so I'd say Free People is a good pickup. This Free People tunic sold for $20. These denim overalls sold for $12. I'd say overalls sell always anywhere. People are always looking for overalls. This leather skirt sold for $6. It was Shein, but I think the fact that it's pink and mini skirts do like pretty good for me. I'm sorry about like the lighting. There's a window behind me. American Eagle denim shorts sold for $10. I always post my shorts in the springtime. They do really well right before summer starts, and American Eagle denim is always good to pick up. These sweatpants sold for $6. I'm surprised those sold. I'd say stay away from no brand sweatpants, no brand really anything, but if you have it in your closet or your friend's closet, post it. You never know. This cardigan sold for $7. These American Eagle shorts sold for $12. This cardigan sold for $6. Because as I said, cardigans do great. This crop top sold for $4. I think this was like Hollister or something. Again, a lot of low listings, but when your selling fee is only 5%, like you're still making money. This vintage tank top sold for $8. Facebook Marketplace, I've always done good with putting vintage in the title. This Nike crop top sold for $6. This Harley Davidson shirt sold for $20. Another Harley Davidson tank top sold for $20. Harley Davidson does really, really, really well for me. I've sold everything. Under Armour athletic men's shirt sold for $15. I'd say if you're into selling men's, I'd definitely pick up bigger sizes, like size extra large and up, honestly, like maybe large. And Under Armour is okay as long as you pick up like outerwear, always does better. This vintage 80s skirt, this sold in like 20 minutes of posting it. And it's so cute and sparkly. I wanted it for myself, but it didn't fit. But yeah, anything vintage, even though it's floral, anything vintage is good. This vintage crop top sold for $12. This women's Nike shirt new with tags sold for $15. I think the fact that it's new with tags helps sometimes, but it's honestly not that big of a deal. This wrap shirt sold for $9, again new with tags. Nike dry fit shirt sold for $15. You know, I've done really good with Nike, but I do have some pieces sitting. This retro Felix the Cat shirt sold for $10. I think, again, a character that people know and people like is a good pickup. This vintage 1960s lingerie short sold for $20. This crystal necklace sold for $7. This Harley Davidson shirt sold for $50. I posted this. I'm in a couple reselling groups on Facebook Facebook, and I posted it and I was like, does anybody know how much I should sell this for? Like, I reverse image searched it and it was like $150 some places, and some guy offered me $50, and like he's gonna sell it for more, but like I picked up this shirt for $2 and I got $50 for it, so I was happy. This velvet 2-piece set sold for $10. Velvet does pretty good, and 2-piece sets do really well. The fact that it's already like an outfit right there. This Vera Bradley makeup bag sold for $15. Vera Bradley does okay with me. Makeup bags, I've sold every single one that I've gotten. This Harley Davidson shirt sold for $20. Harley Davidson shirt sold for $15. This linen flowy dress sold for $15. This was Universal Threads. Universal Threads does really well for me. The fact that it's Target and people are obsessed with Target. This flannel, that's brown, sold for $8. Some sweatpants sold for $10. You know, sweatpants are good. Everyone needs a sweatpants. This bikini set sold for $10. Really cute. The top and bottom were different sizes, but apparently didn't matter. I've sold a few swimsuits that way. This Carhartt shirt was plus size, sold for $7. Plus size is always good to pick up. This one had a little tiny like bleach spot on it, and it still sold, no problem, just for $7. But Carhartt always sells for me. Under Armour tank top sold for $9. This vintage 1980s button-down color block shirt sold for $10. This had a stain on the collar, but it's super cool, super unique, and it didn't matter. Sold right away for $10, which is what I listed it at because of the stains. This Harley Davidson top sold for $30. This cheetah crop top that was Shein sold for $6. This 2000s zebra skirt sold for $10, which I was very surprised about. This Lucky Brand denim jeans sold for $15. I'd stay away from Lucky Brand. It doesn't do that great for me, but those sold. This Victoria's Secret bra sold for $10. Victoria's Secret bras I like to pick up. Plaid overall jumpsuit sold for $13. As I said, overalls do great. This burnt orange flowy top sold for $6. This very indie hippie dress sold for $20. I'd say this was beautiful. I loved it. I wanted it for myself, but I needed to sell it. So this graphic t-shirt sold for $6. I wouldn't pick up. This is Old Navy. I'd stay away from Old Navy. This Nike men's shirt sold for $9. This retro 90s button-down shirt sold for $15. People love their vintage. This sweater vest sold for $10. I'd say sweater vests are slowly going out of style, but right now they're still doing okay. This Green Bay Packers hoodie sold for $10. Post your sports stuff during sports season. That's what I'd say. High-waisted mom jeans sold for $16. High-waisted mom jeans, mom jeans are in right now. This lingerie 2000s sold for $8. This sat forever, which I was surprised about. And I have another slip that's sitting forever, but sometimes they do really well. These shorts were Vintage Express, sold for $9. Really unique. They sold pretty quick, I think. This Harley Davidson vest sold for $25. These Hollister sandals sold for $8. Hollister honestly does okay. I sell a lot of it, but that's just because I have a lot of it from people who have given it to me or my own closet. But I honestly wouldn't pick it up unless it's something really exciting. This North Face puffer jacket sold for $60. North Face does very, very well, always. Vintage 90s shirt sold for $8. Sat for a long time. Just kind of basic, but this Nike hoodie sold for $15. Okay, these Rock Revival jeans sold for $45. These are a size 24, which is an itty bitty size. But I've sold a few jeans that were size 24. I picked these up for $2 at a garage sale. Rock Revival jeans. Get that in your little head because they're expensive. $45. And these are one of the less cool pairs that people like. This pullover hoodie sold for $15. This mock turtleneck sold for $7. This Shein party dress sold for $10. This Fit and Flare sundress sold for $12. I'd say sundresses do really well. This poncho sold for $15. Ponchos and shawls also do pretty well for me. These Adidas shorts sold for $15. American Eagle cardigan sold for $10. Platform Crocs sold for $30. In the shoe world, I'd say stay between size 7 to size 10. Those are the big women's sizes. Honestly, I'd say size 9, 7, and 9 is the best, what most women are. And Crocs do really well for me. These pink checkered Vans sold for $30. Vans have sold pretty well for me too. These boots sold for $13. Boots do pretty well as well. Everybody needs a pair of black boots. Nike spandex shorts sold for $20. Spandex always sell for me. Always. So definitely pick up spandex. This 2000s tank top sold for $10. This is just really unique. Such a unique pattern. Adidas leggings sold for $15. Victoria's Secret bra size 34B sold for $12. This DKNY 2000s top sold for $20. DKNY, I picked it up a few times. It sells pretty good. These vintage linen shorts sold for $11. American Eagle lightweight sweater sold for $10. Black turtleneck sold for $4. And that is everything that I've sold on Facebook Marketplace. Right now, Facebook Marketplace is not doing the best for me. I mean, honestly, in the past year, Facebook Marketplace is the thing that has made me the most money. I think that's partly because of stickers and partly because of the low fees, but it has made me the most money. So the fact that it's really glitchy, you just kind of need to go in and check it and check your listings every so often, but I definitely think it's worth it. I don't think a lot of people sell on there, but it's honestly a good place to sell. I've sold a lot. But yeah, that is everything that I've sold on Facebook Marketplace. I hope that helped you learn maybe a little bit what to pick up, some new brands, some new styles, and thank you for watching.